because another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Here's Marvin Sapp right here, Smiley Morning Show. Oh man, the best in me, Pastor Haynes. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Rickey Smiley. Thank you for this.
Nah, man, thank you for getting up, because I know you got a good word for us this morning.
Oh, hallelujah. This song says God saw the best in us when other folk would just see the worst in us. I love it because Marvin Sapp at one point in the song talks about the fact that there are people in our lives who basically talk about will never amount to anything. They say nasty, negative things about us. In a real sense, all they see is the worst in us. And some of us know people in our lives, and they are negative when it comes to us. They always put us down. But here's the good news. When others put you down, God lifts you up. When others see the worst in you, God sees the best in you. And because God sees the best in you, the good news this song says is that, number one, God sees your possibilities in spite of what may have happened in your past and in spite of what's going on around you even right now. God says there's more to you than the negative stuff that you've done. There's more to you than the negative things that have happened to you. God sees the best in you. God sees your possibilities in spite of your problems. So don't let your problems define you. Don't let the mistakes define you, but make sure you allow God to define you, because when God defines you, God sees the best in you. God sees you as the light of the world, as the salt of the earth, as the head and not the tail, as on top and not on bottom. God sees the best in you, and because God sees the best in you, here's the other piece that really blesses me, and that is the fact that many people in our lives who tell us we never will amount to anything, and yet God basically says whatever they said about you, I say overruled. I'm borrowing that, of course, from what goes on in a courtroom whenever the judge says something, or whenever the opposing attorney says something, and here's what the judge can say. The judge can say overruled. So no matter what someone else has said about you, if they said you never will amount to anything, I hear God shouting from eternity right now, overruled. If someone said about you that you never will go anywhere in life, I hear God shouting from eternity, overruled. And when God shouts overruled, it's because God is up to something in your life in spite of what people may have tried to do to sabotage your life, because God sees the best in you, and because God sees the best in you, God brings the best out of you. And so go ahead, hold your head up, knowing that your life is not defined by your problems, by your past, but it's defined by your God who sees the best in you in spite of other folk who just see the worst in you and don't believe that God can do anything good with you. I guess the best way to wrap it up is to say this, and that is God shouts from eternity that when other people put a period, that's when God puts a comma. Period means it's over. Comma means pause, catch your breath, because there's still more to come. He saw the best in me when other folk saw the worst in me.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can catch me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes. You can catch my sermons on my YouTube channel, which is Frederick Haynes.
Pastor Haynes, maybe you should do a sermon about the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe we have a better season next year.
Yeah, because they keep seeing the worst.
Hey, Pastor Haynes, love you, man.
Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Hey, you have a good one. 8 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page. Coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes after the hour, y'all. This segment's being brought to you by Toyota. That's right, y'all. Listen, live the That's why I come back and do that commercial, because it's a word in that commercial that I can't pronounce. And somebody gonna have to say that one in my ear. Euro. You be writing out these commercials.
I do. I'm sorry.
I'll come back and read it.
I'll help you out. Let's get into the news, though. Today, guys, is the big day. The 2 runoff races in Georgia are going to take place today that will decide which party will control the U.S. Senate. Now, Republicans need to win just one of those races, while Democrats need to win both of the seats. So, you guys get out and vote. President Trump and President-elect Joe Biden both held rallies in Georgia yesterday ahead of the runoffs. A Trump rally is scheduled to take place tomorrow in Washington, D.C., ahead of the Electoral College confirmation of Joe Biden as president. Now, the leader of the white supremacist group, the Proud Boys, who's said to be heading up that rally in D.C., was arrested yesterday for burning down a Black Lives Matter banner at a historic black church. In coronavirus news, the UK is now under a 3rd lockdown in order to slow the spread of the mutated version of the virus. This version is more contagious and has already made its way to 4 states here in the U.S. That includes Colorado, Florida, California, and New York. That's what's going on in news. Rock T, tell us what's up in sports.
Already, Euro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, after exposure to someone who tested positive for COVID-19, Brooklyn Nets star Kevin Durant is facing a 7-day quarantine that will force him to miss 4 games. He's averaging 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists per game so far. 2020 Heisman Trophy ceremony goes down tonight, 6 p.m. Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama. Trevor Lawrence, quarterback out of Clemson. Mac Jones, quarterback out of Alabama. Kyle Trask, quarterback out of Florida. This is a one-man race, in my opinion. Wide receiver Devontae Smith will win this award. 105 receptions, 1,641 yards, 20 touchdowns on the season. Dude is a beast. Rick, that's your boy. He going to be the Heisman Trophy. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, indeedy, man. He will be the first wide receiver to win the Heisman since Michigan's Desmond Howard back in 1991. Last but not least, another one of your former Alabama stars, Las Vegas Raiders running back Josh Jacobs, arrested on DUI charges after police responded to a single vehicle crash at 4:22 a.m. No serious injuries. He was taken to the hospital, but his representation is saying that he's not guilty, or, he wasn't under the influence of any alcohol or whatever. So we'll follow the situation. We'll keep you posted, man. Stay tuned for that right there. Gary with the T. What's up there, Pimpin'?
All right, y'all. Remember the world was in awe, y'all, after Nicki Minaj released the photos of her 3-month-old son? Well, one of those persons that was in awe was 50 Cent, y'all. Now, the mogul said, I'm going to get, everybody called him Papa Bear. He said, but guess what? I'm not calling that baby Papa Bear. He said, I'm going to call that doggone baby Richie Rich. He said, look at them cheeks. He said, we got another one. He said, the baby look fat cheeks, honey. And he said the baby also looked like he know I'm rich. He said, so I'm going to call him Richie Rich, y'all. He said, so y'all can call him what you want, but I'm calling him Richie Rich. But a lot of people are talking about it. They're saying, a lot of people, don't like that, because they're saying Richie Rich was a European baby. And we used to watch the cartoon growing up, Richie Rich. And they just feel that maybe he's putting her baby over all the poor babies and stuff. And that's just not a good look. So
I don't think nobody's saying that.
That's what people are saying. Richie Rich was a rich child. Well, I'm just telling you what people are saying, honey. No, so it's just, so I feel so bad for the baby. So I hope they just go ahead and call him Papa Bear and don't call that baby Richie Rich, because you know how people, I hate all that. So just call a baby Papa Bear, y'all. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Xanadu. On the high end, you say Xanadu, and on the low end, just say beautiful, great green.
Xanadu, Xanadu. While we are here, it's Xanadu.
That's your color.
Olivia Newton-John. Come on now.
I don't know that one.
What, Brad?
Brad, you know that song. You heard it before.
You're a singer.
Everybody's Xanadu. That was a real popular song, Xanadu, by Olivia Newton-John.
That's right.
Yeah, come on, baby. Is that where you got that from, Gary?
All us old heads know that. Special K, you better keep yourself in that category.
Oh, about me, Rick, and Gary. Y'all youngsters don't know that.
Yeah, Brad, what you got coming from high school? I know all the good songs. I just don't know that one. Right?
I don't believe you don't know that one.
Oh, you heard about? When they start singing the hook, Brad, you'll know it. I promise.
Okay. Well, coming up next in the hot spot, y'all, somebody's rape victim is coming forward. Lord have mercy. I'm going to tell you who it is. Up next, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 minutes after the hour, y'all. It is about that time to do the hot spot, and we got the one and only Tamar Braxton sitting in with Eva. What you say? It's about to be an good morning. All right, Brad, what you got in the hot spot this morning?
Oh, man. Good morning, Ricky. It's your girl, Brad Ted. I got the hot spot with the news and all the movies and whatever it is we talking about.
Oh, Lord, don't let it be me.
Let's get off into it. That's the problem with some of this. We don't have a choice in some of the stuff.
Oh, Lord, okay, go ahead.
So let me get it cracking. Okay. So a woman has claimed to be the rape victim of Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty. She has come forward claiming that he has been harassing her and her family, and Nicki has too, according to Madame Noir. How you say that, Tamar?
Madame Noir. That's the name of it?
Madame Noir. Yeah. Okay. So Petty was convicted of raping a woman in 1995 when he was 16 years old, and the victim said, "This message is for Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. Tell your freaking people to leave my family alone. Don't call my freaking family. Don't call my brothers. Don't call anybody. Leave me and my family alone." Lord. Moving on, Gary, you ain't got nothing to say?
Girl, I'm saddened because he was only 16, so he was young. Do you think he really did that?
Man, we don't know.
I'm glad I have the spirit of the zippity-doo-dah.
Right.
Well, I got the spirit of the zippity today, so let's get it cracking.
Okay.
In other news, y'all, according to TMZ, the rapper, Nicki Minaj again, is being sued over her song, Rich Sex. Rapper Brinks Billions claimed that she ripped off his version of the song and put it on her 2018 album, Queen. So he said in addition to the lyrics, he said her song has similar musical notes, musical arrangement, musical beats, and musical rhythm. That seemed like all one thing, but okay. So he's suing her along with Universal Music Group, Young Money, and Cash Money for over $200 million in damages.
Oh, they got that much money in the song?
Yeah, you said you finna do a song, huh?
$200 million, honey, my God.
All right, y'all, last but not least, Netflix is set to release an extended version of Chris Rock's 2018 stand-up special, Tambourine. The show will drop January 12th and is being branded as the remix of his special. So for the first time in history, a remix version of a special. He said this in the trailer teasing it. It's a Netflix special, not a normal, not a routine. It's a special. That is what Chris Rock said. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, we got Absolutely Positively the News You Can't Use by Special K. And in the meantime, in between time, y'all hit us up with the wake-up calls at 1-866-9-RICKEY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. Special K got news you positively, absolutely cannot use. Special K, good morning.
Boy, what's happening? What's up, Tamar?
What's up?
Yeah, man. I just want to apologize up front.
What? Oh, Lord, what you did?
Yeah, this meant to be offensive and ignorant.
All right,
so, yeah. So, I know you like that. But look, let me go ahead and get these, I want to get all the New Year's stuff out the way in that first week of the New Year. So I want to get all my shout-outs for the top of the year. So, Dave, you can give me some appropriate background music, please, sir.
Oh, Lord.
Let's get my shout-outs for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, it's about to get stupid right now. I want to shout out to everybody who said, New Year, new me, and ain't changed a damn thing. You still got dirty dishes in the sink from New Year's Eve. You still got that same broke-down car sitting out in your driveway. Talking about New Year, new me. You ain't changed nothing. So all the women who said, in 2021, this is the year I'm going to go all natural. Well, be true to it. That means them armpits, that downstairs, let it all go wild. That's right. Don't just take the perm out your hair.
Not the bush.
If you going to go natural, sis.
No.
To everybody. Shout out to everybody waiting on that $2,000 stimulus check, like me, so they can catch up on that October, November, and December card note. I know y'all out there. It ain't just me. It ain't just me. All the people in 2021 still talking about Tyler Perry write horrible movies and TV shows. Well, he's a billionaire from doing it. So in 2021, I hope I can be even 10% as horrible as Tyler Perry. Y'all need to stop it. Y'all hate yourself. Stop it. Yeah, black people love to talk about who they, man, stop it. To all the women talking about I'm not putting up with the BS in 2021. Yet you look over and you waking up to that same trifling Negro that been dropping you off at work every day and keeping your car all in 2020.
Come on and play PlayStation.
Well, at least he's dropping them off and picking her up, okay?
Yeah, but he pick her up late and she need gas. Trust me, I used to be that dude, I know. To everybody in a bad relationship.
You still that dude.
Don't put my business in the street, Brett. To everybody in a bad relationship that said I will not start the new year with this person. But you realize you still need them to pay their half of the rent. So they're going to give it to you at least until June when the lease run out.
Okay. Ain't nothing
Damn well, you
out
can't
here.
put nobody out and you need their money. To all the R&B guys, let me say a shout out to all the R&B guys that make the greatest love songs but can't keep their own relationships together. Shout out to Babyface, Brian McKnight, Keith Sweat. They write all them great songs but all
Tyrese.
of them. Hey, Tyrese, yeah, you just joined the crew. Hey, meanwhile, T.I. ain't made nothing but trap music and been with Tiny since 1973.
You know what?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you said the R&B dudes, they make love songs and can't keep a relationship, and T.I. make trap music and him and Tiny still together.
Him and Tiny still together. Denzel Washington, they never wrote a song. Him and Paulette have been married 82 years. Hey, to everybody I meet that ask me, is Gary with the T really gay or is it just an act? Please, shout out to you and please get mental help. Please get mental help. There is no acting that good in the world.
Wow. Wow.
And finally, Tamar, I want to shout out to everybody saying 2021 is going to be my year. But you said the same thing about 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017.
Why the hell you single me out? What that got to do
All
with
them
me?
was going to be your years. No, I'm saying to all the people, all them was going to be their year. Every year they say, this is my year.
Well,
This is
every
when
year
it's
we
all going to
try.
turn around.
You know, at least you try. You got to
This is when
do
it's all
better.
going to come together.
Hey, Special K.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to this.
Hello?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Do me a favor, put Audrey on the phone.
Who is that?
If you'd let her know that this is Leo Devlin.
Leo who?
Leo Devlin. I'm calling from Sacklerson's Corporation. We're the parent company that's over there where she's staying at.
Yes.
And I'm looking at an invoice here. I got an invoice here. We're supposed to be cutting her a check for something. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of what it is going on and why we need to be cutting her a check. Is this Audrey?
Yes, this is Audrey.
Okay, now what I'm showing on the write-up sheet here is something about you charging them for some cleanup you did on the toilet that backed up.
Yes.
This says had some sewage back up.
Yes.
Now, why do we owe you for that?
Your maintenance guy is not supposed to suck up the water.
The maintenance is to repair it, baby.
They're not. They don't suck up water.
Why would we clean up something that's your fault? Why did it get backed up? First off, let's get down to the bottom of it.
How is it my fault? Like your manager said, Mother Nature. No, don't blame it on me. I'm not Mother Nature.
Was this due to Mother Nature? Was this due to y'all in that shit and y'all ain't flushing?
We're in there and don't flush.
You gotta flush.
Look, I'm a grown woman. I flush every day.
You gotta. But you don't let them turds pile up.
I flush every day.
You gotta then flush.
I don't even put my tampons in the damn toilet. You know that? I don't even put my tampons in the toilet.
Well, you never know with some folks. So watch your tone with me now.
Well, watch your tone with me was saying I gotta flush my shit now.
We trying to get to the...
Okay, well, like I said, I don't put my tampons in the toilet, so how you think that I done it?
Maybe your husband, maybe one of them children, maybe one of your bad children did it.
My bad children?
Maybe one of your bad children.
Wait a minute, back up. Who are you? Are you a manager?
Yes, ma'am. I'm one of the people that cut the checks.
But why would a manager talk to me like that?
Because I get tired of people trying to swindle the company.
You know what? I ain't trying to. I got my own business, so I don't swindle nobody, and I don't let nobody swindle me. You know what? You got to talk to me like that. I don't even want to deal with you.
Well,
I'd rather deal with somebody else. Okay?
I'm sorry. Calm down.
Don't tell me my children. Maybe your bad children done that.
Calm down.
No, you need to talk to my lawyer like a guy.
Baby, wait, baby. Now talk to me now.
The person you called is no longer on the line.
Let's call her daughter right quick, see if we can get her on the phone.
Hello.
Hey, Tiana.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. Is there any way you can call your mom ASAP at the house?
Okay, just a moment.
All right.
What? What you doing? I'm getting ready to go to work. I'm talking to this woman on the phone. What's up?
Audrey, it's a prank call, sweetheart. It's comedian Roy Wood Jr. I'm on the phone. Your daughter had us prank call you just now about the nonsense.
Oh, I'm going to kill her.
I didn't know whether you was about to go and shoot somebody.
Oh, I was about to come and find you and shoot you.
Right.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary got the tea and the clue today. Coming up next, what you going to be talking about, Gary?
Coming up, I didn't lock you out of the house. I'm going to tell y'all who said that next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It wasn't me.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 7 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Tyrese is back in the news again, y'all. Yes, his beautiful estranged wife, honey, Miss Samantha Lee Gibson, y'all. They said she filed for divorce, y'all, more than 3 months before he announced their split. And she also claimed, y'all, that Tyrese changed the locks to their beautiful mansion, honey. She said Tyrese is denying this. Now, Miss Samantha Lee Gibson, she filed divorce, honey, docs back in September. And she said in the petition, she alleged, y'all, that Tyrese had just a few weeks earlier, y'all, cut her off of her financial game and locked her and their beautiful 2-year-old daughter, Soraya, out of the beautiful Bughead mansion. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Tyrese is calling this BS, though, in the docs he filed, and he denied, y'all, leaving them out in the cold. And on the other hand, now, they're saying that he did admit, y'all, having major issues with Samantha, the man, because all this woman wanted was $20,000 a month, y'all, in child support, and he calls that number unreasonably high, y'all. And then he said, you know, as for what led up to the split, Tyrese said, y'all, when he flew home from a movie set in late August, Samantha confronted him, kicking off a tense 3-hour conversation where she threatened, y'all, to call the cops. Well, Tyrese said, y'all, he left the mansion in Uber, he said, because he didn't want no part of a police interaction due to multiple public incidents involving police brutality and racially motivated killings of unarmed African-American men. And he also went on to say, y'all, you know, that the black family, y'all, was being under attack. And he said his divorce, y'all, was an example of a vicious cycle in the community.
See, when that, after that 3-hour conversation and he had to leave, he didn't like her no more after that.
Right.
They probably got along. Yeah, he probably got along or whatever. But after that, when stuff like that start happening in the house, you kind of lose it after that.
Yeah, but she didn't like him before that. That's why she filed for divorce in September, honey. Before that 3-hour argument, she said, "Okay, I'm gonna get up out of here."
But what was she mad about? I think. I wonder.
Who knows?
It's the leaving in the Uber for me. Where's you going?
Okay. He said he was leaving because they're killing black men now, so I guess he didn't want to get shot.
If she was going to call the police on him, he did right, though.
Yeah, she was going to get him. But it's sad. Okay, Tamar, now you're a woman, honey, of status and whatever. Is $20,000 too much for child support?
It depends on what you're making. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot in COVID for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's sitting at home.
Yeah, but he's still doing Coca-Cola commercials, I'm sure, and then he still got Fast Furious and all that.
Average was like $4.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody got hit during COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just think, let me say what I do. What's best for my child is for me and my baby daddy to not argue. You know what I'm saying? And to come to an agreement amicably. Like, you can do that and let it go.
Yeah.
You gotta erase your feelings when you have children. Period.
Yeah. And tell Gary what amicably means.
A mutual understanding. That's that quick Google. Don't sleep on this Port Arthur, Texas education, honey.
That 20-year.
Okay. Now make no error.
Degree.
Make no error, honey. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Oh, baby, a lot of people talk about Miss Keisha Cure, honey. They say this girl is snubbing the girls, honey. Did y'all know that Gucci Mane gave Keisha $1 million for a push present? Did y'all know? Baby, she had baby Ice Davis the other day, honey, last month, and she announced on Instagram, she said, "Oh, yes, baby, honey, my husband just gave me, baby, $1 million, honey, for a push president." What the hell? Isn't that beautiful?
I'm happy for her, but why we need to know that? I mean, especially in this climate. You know what I mean? A lot of people out here is barely getting the Coach bag. Like, why we have to know that, though?
Yeah, but she letting y'all girls know y'all got poor men, honey, y'all can't get $1 million. I mean, $1 million is
everybody man poor in COVID. Let's stop. Let's stop the capping. Okay, now's not the time to shop. Everybody save.
Tamar, you for real about that COVID?
I'm serious. I mean, we acting like it hasn't affected everybody as much as it has, and everybody waiting on this $2,000. That thing run out fast.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know what, though, Tamar, speaking of that, y'all, now, a lot of people are sad because this is sad. Y'all know Miss Tina knows, honey. Miss Celestine Tina knows. And Beyonce mom, you know, her birthday was yesterday. And she turned 67. They say, baby, Beyonce didn't give her nothing. She didn't even say nothing what Beyonce gave. Usually they put all out on Instagram what they got for their birthday.
Well, maybe this time, Gary, they ain't want to tell everybody. They want to try something different.
Well, that's not cute for the other girls.
Or something. What?
Yeah, but that ain't cute for the other girls, honey. Miss Tina ain't got nothing to talk about. You got to let us know what Beyonce gave you for your birthday.
Always talking about stuff, Gary.
She ain't got nothing for her birthday. She didn't talk about that.
She probably did get something. Didn't want to tell everybody.
Yeah, it's a sensitive time. She got to post. Praise God.
Ain't no telling. She might didn't want to post and show off because it's COVID.
Well, Keisha showed y'all that $1 million she got for her push present. So, I don't know. But anyway, child, go Keisha.
Good
Get
for
your
them.
million.
Praise God. Good for
Two
them.
different individuals, Gary.
Y'all need to start having more babies then and get $1 million. All right, the color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite colors. The color of the day, y'all, is Xanadu. On the high, you say Xanadu, and on the low, you say gray green. That's your color for the day.
Jesus.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the team. Listen to this. Today is January the 5th. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated is celebrating 110 years. So if you're a noob out there, man, we about to turn the wake-up calls over you today. I need all the Kappas to give us a call. 866-9-RICKY. 866-9-RICKEY. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Time for the wake-up calls. Let's go.
Wake up.
Hey.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Get yourself together. Cause they woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hey, good morning. Big shout out to the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated in the Metro Atlanta Coalition of Kappa Atlanta area. This is Brother Antonio Martez, also encouraging everyone to get out and vote, vote, vote. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Sean Smith, Home Market of Dallas Alumni Chapter, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Shout out to all the brothers in the Metroplex. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Evan Jackson, calling from Dallas, Texas, Junior Grand Vice Home Market Kappa Alpha Psi. Want to give a shout out to Mr. John Felton today, Spring 92, Greenville Alumni Chapter. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Ryan E. Tucker, Deputy Executive Director of Kappa Alpha Psi International Headquarters. 110 years of achievement in every field of human endeavor. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up. Meridian, wake up. In Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Where you at, Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. ATL, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all for calling in, man. Hey, the same as being embodied by America's Best. That's right, y'all. Hey, your health is our priority. America's Best contacts and eyeglasses stores are now open to safely serve your vision needs. It's not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Man, I am so excited, man. On this day, 110 years ago, on the campus of Indiana University, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated was founded. And on the phone is the man who currently holds the highest position in the fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi's 34th Grand Pole Mark, Mr. Reuben Shelton III, Esquire. Hey, good morning, sir. Happy Founders Day.
Good morning, Father Rickey Smiley. Good morning to you.
Man, we are so happy to have you on this morning. Thank you for calling us.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Yes, so you hear we got Flashlight playing in the background. We're going to, we the Q's, but we're going to show you some love. It's all about you today, sir.
All right. I love y'all, man. I've got a great relationship with the Grand Bachelors, Dr. David Marion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We just appreciate you coming on. Kappa Alpha Psi has been busy during this pandemic, man. Tell us how you've supported families in need and some of the things, the great things that the Kappas are doing.
Yes, sir. So that's really what we wanted to do. We just wanted to be another resource and support for as many people as we possibly could. So, we wanted to feed people. We did a lot of outreach with meals to families. We supported our seniors through visits, safely distancing, obviously. But we wanted to make sure that we gave them some love as well through the pandemic. But we also wanted to help our young people in our fraternity, our undergrads. We've got a ton of those, as you guys do in Omega. So we gave them grants. We gave them financial grants to help them through this pandemic period. So again, we just wanted to be a source of support to as many people as we possibly could.
Okay, now tell us about both of your Room to Read and Guide Right programs. What are those about?
Oh, those are wonderful programs. The Room to Read is a literacy program that we started this year. We partnered with the Room to Read organization. Dr. Geeta Murali is the executive, is the CEO of that organization. It began in Europe and Africa, and they wanted the footprint in the United States, and so they partnered with us to do that. We kicked off in Las Vegas. We now have programs going all across the nation. Obviously, COVID-19, it kind of halted us a little bit. But when we get back running, we're going to be all over the nation. We've done programs in Chicago, New York, St. Louis, and we're going to be everywhere before it's done.
Hey, and congratulations on everything. And we're going to make sure, on behalf of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, we're going to donate $1,000 to your cause, $1,000 check from the Rickey Smiley Morning Show to the Brothers of the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. We are so happy to have you this morning. 110 years is an awesome milestone. And if you need us for anything, don't hesitate to call the call. So that's why we're here. Y'all give it up for Kappa Alpha Psi, 34th Grand Pole Mark, Mr. Reuben Shelton III, Esquire.
Thank you so very much. Thank you for the contribution.
Hey, Mr. Reuben, we're going to play the whole song for you.
All right, let's do it.
All the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi, here we go. We got church in 60 seconds with Pastor Fred. Brother Twan, you've been going through some things. We got Brother Twan that can't stop laughing. They got a laughing spirit. The devil just...
This is hard.
Yeah, what is he going through, Pastor Fred?
Well, there's an inner tickle. There's an inner tickle that goes on. Gary, tell us about it. That inner tickle that goes on when you're just sitting at home by yourself and just...
You're reminiscing from the past.
Oh, won't it do it?
It will do it. All the time you reminisce from the past, and then it's just something that just makes you laugh. It's like you get a tickle in all those tickly spots.
Speaking of Mike, say that again.
It's a tickle that you get in those tickly spots when you're just at home reminiscing from the past.
Right.
You remember they say reminisce from the love we had?
Yeah.
And it just tickles you.
You almost get tickled saying tickle. Just tickled. When you think about the goodness of God and the goodness of God. When I think about where He's brought me from, when I think about all that He brought me through, times I couldn't pay my bills, times I had hard times. Now I can look at my refrigerator and say, I can look at my bank account and say, thank you, God. You brought me from a mighty long way. Passed by everybody who said I wasn't going to be nobody. I look them in the face and say,
All right, Pastor Fred, let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can follow me at the real Pastor Fred.
All right, y'all, the same as being body by Protect My Car. That's right, with Protect My Car, you can stop paying for car repairs and get protected before your rent repair bill hits. Dial 800-594-7160 on your mobile phone now. That's 800-594-7160. All right, y'all, chicken and waffle mix going down. John Lyon on the ones and twos. John, let's get it. Smiley Morning Show, man. Hey, 10 minutes before the top of the hour, y'all. Happy Founders Day to the Brothers of the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. John Lyon on the ones and twos. Savannah State University's own. What up, bye?
I'm good, man. Y'all know this is Tuesday. Turn up, man. Of course, yo, make sure like me on the Instagram at JAH Lion Zone.
JAH Lion Sound. John Lyon on the ones and twos, man. Appreciate you, man. Black Tony, where you at? Second day back.
You know what crazy though, Shawty? You know what crazy right now, Shawty?
Yeah.
Shawty, you dreaming right now, Shawty. You not even woke.
What?
Shawty, you dreaming right now. Shawty, you not even woke. I'm in your dream right now, Shawty. It's not even time to go to work yet, Shawty. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's a good one. It's
real too, don't it, Shawty? Don't you feel like you really at work, Shawty?
So it's Tamar and Brett and Rox. Is we all in a dream right now?
Yeah. Tamar Braxton in your dream. Good, Shawty. It seems like she real too. She in your dream, Shawty.
So we dreaming right now. We not at work. It's not time. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's not time to go to work yet, Shawty. I'm in your dream, Shawty. Because you so concerned about me coming to work, you done started dreaming about it, Shawty. Look over there. Look, hey, Shawty, look over there. You see Dr. Collier and, look at Dr. Collier. Who that on the motorcycle with him? That Cam Newton on the motorcycle with Dr. Collier, Shawty. Why they on a motorcycle together? Because, you know, you see crazy stuff in your dream, Shawty.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ronty, do you feel like you're dreaming?
Yeah, this is a dream, Shawty. It's not real.
Oh, damn.
All of a sudden, I just pinched myself and I can't feel it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You're not at work, Shawty. We'll be there in a couple of hours, though.
Oh, man.
Go on, let me have off, Rick.
It seems like you're on the radio, Shawty. You feel like you're on the radio because you be thinking about it so much. You love your job so much.
So what's it, Tamar?
I'm confused. I'm lost. I need an aspirin.
Tamar, you feel like, hey, Shawty, you feel like you really on the radio, don't you?
I ain't here. You sure?
You're not on the radio, Shawty. No, you sleep, Shawty. You in our dream.
Oh, so ain't none of us at work right now. This all a dream, Black Tony.
Yeah, this all a dream, Shawty. It's not real. But I see y'all when we do get to work, Shawty. In about 3 hours, I'll be there.
Okay. All right, man. I'll see when you get to work. All right, I'm gonna lay back down there.
Yeah, you already laying down, Shawty. You sleep.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to use this for my AT&T bill because this show is high.
President Obama, we got to get those 2 Senate seats in the state of Georgia. If everybody that's listening in Georgia right now, what would you tell them?
Listen, it is great that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have been elected, but they will not be able to get legislation passed.
Right.
If we do not get the Senate majority. So as impressive as the turnout was in November in Georgia, thanks to the work of folks like Stacey Abrams and activists on the ground, this is just as important, if not more important. And we need everybody in Georgia, and your mama, and your uncles and aunties and everybody,
right,
to get out there and vote. This is priority number 1, because it will set this is part of what my book describes, is that a president alone can't get much done.
Right.
The president has to have allies in Congress. And those 2 Senate seats are going to be what potentially puts Joe and Kamala in a position to deliver on the promise of this new administration.
There it is. Gary, what you got coming up next?
Coming up next, y'all, she said, keep away, girls. That one is all hers, honey. I'm going to tell you who said that next with the Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 6 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. According to a source, y'all, showbiz, they're saying, y'all, that Lori Harvey, y'all, is hesitant, honey, to go public, y'all, with Michael B. Jordan. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Lori isn't trying to hide, but everyone knows she's spending time with him. But they say she hasn't chosen to put it out all over social media because she don't want to feed into the attention, y'all. She's saying, y'all, the source is saying that's not to say that she will never post about him, but she has been hesitant because she knows from experience what happens, and it's actually not hard for her to keep it off social media because she has no problem moving in silence. Isn't that interesting, y'all? I mean, Brad, Tamar, and that.
I love it.
Great. That's good. That's awesome.
Everybody out your business.
That's awesome.
Start a group chat if you got to tell somebody.
Exactly. She's been posting everything thus far. She probably like, ooh, I don't want to go through this no more. And if it's a good thing, you want to hold on to it and you don't want to mess it up prematurely.
Yeah, but that's get a relationship
opposite.
That's probably how she lost Future. She put it in public, and Future was a public man, so...
It just opens up the conversations for somebody to have something negative to say about your relationship that they know nothing about. How about that? Okay? Then that starts to penetrate. Nobody got time for that.
A relationship is like a tree.
Oh, Lord.
Which is the roots.
Come on.
Preach. The roots have to get into the ground because, see, if you don't let the roots get deep into the dirt, somebody can come and pull it up. But when the roots get deep down in there, you can't pull it up. You have to chop it down with an axe. So you got to let the roots.
The roots.
Preach. That's all right. Somebody just said
Moving
something.
on,
child, from the roots, honey. Moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Oh my God, y'all! It's been reported, y'all, that rapper and growing up hip hop Atlanta star Bow Wow revealed the name of his newborn son, y'all, in a series of tweets. Now, a lot of people saying, y'all, that African Americans, we're trying to get away from ethnic names, and it's really not a good look. We still should name our children Leroy and Larry and Kunta and George, but it's being reported, y'all, that Bow Wow.
Nobody doing Kunta.
Yeah, Bow Wow named his son Stone. His son name is Stone. Now, he said the mama named him. But Stone is a cute name, though, but they don't still know he's African American because his daddy name is Bow Wow when they look at the birth certificate.
Oh, that's not his real name.
That's not his name?
I don't think that's on his license.
What's wrong with having an African American name? What's wrong with that?
That's what I'm saying.
Society done did us?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Tamar. I mean, what happened to those names, honey? Broderick and Rocky and Carl and Lester and all that. What's wrong with those names?
Shoot. Listen, if we don't embrace our heritage and our culture, nobody else will. Okay,
I met a guy.
Set the tone, period.
I met a guy yesterday at the bank. His name was Nana. So, and he's from Africa. Yep, Nana. I said that's a nice name.
Oh, you said that African joke because of me. Ha ha.
But anyway, I mean, we need to go back to those names, y'all. Let's get back to those names, y'all. And my final story, y'all. Cardi B, honey, is speaking out, and this, now, listen to this, y'all. Tamar and Branch, y'all need to hear this. She said that she's a very sexual person, but not around her child. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Cardi has responded, y'all, to a critic that called her out after a video surfaced of her cutting off WAP, y'all, when her beautiful daughter Culture walked into the room. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the critic tweeted, so your daughter can't listen to it, but everybody else's daughter can. And Cardi B said, "Word of all,
if they don't want their daughter to hear, they can go cut it off too."
Yeah, she said parents need to be responsible, honey, for their own kids, honey, what they listen to and what they see. She said, "I'm a very sexual person, but not around my child, just like every other parent should be." She also said that there's moms who are strippers who pop their things and twerk all night long, honey. But does that make them, honey, do that, or should they do it around their child? She said that's common sense. No, but. Think about it though. I mean, if you putting the music out there though, but you don't want nobody else. I mean, these children, your child can't listen to it. That's not fair. I mean, your child might say it right.
That's up to the individual parent.
Yeah. It's up to the individual parent, but she telling people that she turning the music off though. I mean, that's not a good look because you saying you don't like your music.
Gary, what songs didn't your mama like for you to listen to when you walked in the room?
Well, we didn't have no bad music growing up.
Yeah, some of them songs you couldn't listen to. My granny was like, you ain't listening to that.
You know, y'all listen to Millie Jackson.
Okay.
Kids been embarrassing parents for years over that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you listen, whatever you listening to in the car with is what your kids are listening to. And I'm telling you, your kids will go into Bible study talking about some WAP. So y'all better be careful listening to that stuff. I mean, these kids been doing this for centuries, okay?
So, Tamar, is any songs that you have that your son can listen to?
My baby say, don't do that.
Okay. It's one of my favorite color today is Xanadu. On the high end, you say Xanadu, and on the low, just say Great Green. That's your color for today. That's right.
Saved and washed.
My baby say, red. I'm like, yes. Right? That's what we do.
I can see Logan now talking about throw baby. Give it to him.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 23 minutes after the hour, y'all. She's a New York Times best-selling author, political leader, and CEO of the Fair Fight campaign and helped lead the way to turning Georgia blue. Please welcome voting rights activist Stacey Abrams. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. And today is the big day in Georgia for the Senate runoff election. Now, for people who have waited until today to vote, break down the importance of this election and why they should get to the polls.
This election is about three things. Healthcare. If you want to recover from COVID, if we want COVID to disappear, if we want to be able to take care of ourselves in 2021, we need leadership that will actually protect healthcare and not work to dismantle it. It's about jobs. In the state of Georgia right now, 400,000 Georgians are out of a job, and 3.9 million Georgians have either lost their jobs or had their hours reduced. We need more than just relief. We need recovery. And this is about justice. Across the state, whether you're down in southeast Georgia or in town Atlanta, we know that justice has been lagging. that Ahmaud Arbery and Rayshard Brooks stand out as examples of what needs to be done in Washington to protect our people. And the only way we're going to get that done is if we elect Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. And that means we need every voter within the sound of my voice everywhere in Georgia to show up today and cast their ballots, and also make certain they vote all the way down the ballot to Daniel Blackman.
That's right. Now, President Trump was in Georgia over the weekend, and he continues to claim voter fraud in Georgia. How do you feel the election officials have handled the elections for these two races?
I think that the local elections officials have done yeoman's work. They've worked incredibly hard to make it safe and accessible, but we need to show up and test the system and prove that the changes we've made are going to hold. But I want everyone to not be distracted by a failed president who is flailing on his way out. We need to focus on the future, and that is making sure we get COVID relief. People can't survive on $600 checks for the entire winter. And Joe Biden, as he said yesterday, if he has the partnership of Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff, can move real COVID relief once he's in office. That's what we need. That's what we deserve.
Exactly. Now, if somebody is concerned that their mail-in ballot wasn't counted, is there a way for them to confirm that their vote made it in?
Absolutely. Go to teachvote.com, and on that website you can find out information about where your mail-in ballot is, if you dropped it off. If you didn't receive it, you can absolutely go in person and vote, but you need to go to teachvote.com to find your assigned polling place. If you don't go to your assigned polling place on election day, your vote may not count. But you can absolutely go to the table and say, please cancel my absentee ballot. I'm ready to vote in person. And then if you have an absentee ballot and you haven't returned it yet, go to your drop box or go to your county elections office. And you can get all this information at teachvote.com. Or if you have questions, you can call 888-OUR-VOTE, 888-OUR-VOTE.
Now, for the people on their ways, on their way to the poll, who may be undecided now, why do you believe that Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff is the best candidate on the ticket today?
Well, let's start with who we've got. We've got David Perdue, who has refused to hold a town hall meeting in 6 years because he doesn't value the voices of voters. You've got Kelly Loeffler, who in her year in office managed to make a profit off of the pandemic and called Black Lives Matter akin to a terrorist organization. That's who we've got right now. And both of them have refused to stand up to Donald Trump and demand that we actually get the support we need in our state. In contrast, John Ossoff has spent his time fighting corruption. He has fought against human trafficking. He has done the work of actually building access to voters. And Raphael Warnock, he not only stands in the pulpit that was once held by Martin Luther King Jr., he preached into the pews where John Lewis sat. And he has used his time to help refugees from New Orleans get home to vote, to do criminal record expungement in his church, to help defend the homeless, to fight for Medicaid expansion. Together, they are the duo we need because we need real leaders who believe in Georgia, who have the power to actually send change to Georgia, and they will be partners to Joe Biden, and they will be the reason that Kamala Harris gets to cast those deciding votes to make progress for all of us.
Now, how can people get more information on today's campaign and your movement?
If you go to fairfight.com, you can learn all about what Fair Fight is doing to protect and defend the right to vote. But if you need information about voting in today's election, peachvote.com is the place to go. We've got all the information you need. And no matter where you are in Georgia, let's remember, focus may be on Atlanta, and Atlanta's important, but we've got to think about Albany and Augusta and Macon and Savannah. We have to think about Columbus and all of those tiny towns. I was in Upston, Georgia this week. I was down in Houston County. I was over in Douglas County. No matter where you live, we need to hear from you. We need to hear from you in Augusta, in Richmond, and Burke, and Columbia counties. This isn't a race won by counties. It's won by people. And if we put our voices together across the state, we will have enough to win this election.
All right, y'all, voters in Georgia, you have to be in line by 7 p.m. tonight to cast your ballot. So get in line and stay in line. Every single vote counts. Thank you so much for all that you do and all that you have done. We hope that we see you back on the ballot in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all please give it up for leader Stacey Abrams. Thank you so much. Let's get out and vote, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is about 18 before the top of the hour. Y'all listen. What's that, 17? Jeff Johnson got 3 things that you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, Happy New Year, brother and everybody. How y'all?
Hey, man, Happy New Year. It's 2021, man. Hey, glad to hear your voice, man.
Man, good to be with y'all. Listen, everybody knows because everybody is tired of hearing about it, but they know how important it is. Election day in Georgia. If you are in Georgia and you haven't gone to the polls, you haven't sent in your ballot, you haven't cast your vote, we already know that it's record turnout, but you need to turn out as well. Everybody knows what's at stake here, and it really is about the Senate and who's going to be able to control the Senate, even though it's going to be divided. And Rick, you know that, even as we're having this conversation, because we know we have to be politically responsible, and all that means is that we participate in the process of the election. But if we don't do what we're supposed to do after this election is over, because the votes are going to be counted tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. We'll see what the results are, and then there's work to do. And so my hope is that this goes in a way that some crazy people in Washington aren't able to have their way. But I also know some of the people we don't think are crazy still don't do what the hell they're supposed to do for us all the time either. So get out and vote, and then we're going to talk about the strategy of holding all these crazy people accountable, because if we don't, they're going to do whatever they want to.
Right.
As this year starts, man, Rick, I want to be really intentional, man, about lifting people in critical moments. And I want to say right now, I'm praying for everybody that is dealing with this issue of COVID, but special prayers are going out to my brother, Mayor Randall Woodfin, who is currently dealing with COVID and fighting with everything that he has. So keep him lifted as you keep everyone else
Jeff,
lifted.
he's in the hospital.
He's in the hospital, I know. And he's got pneumonia at this point. So, no, man, we're just lifting him in prayer as we're lifting all those. I just think about as he's leading an entire city and doing it with a level of distinction. I hope that he, like so many others, has recovery. And I also, Rick, want to pray for my brother, Mark Lamont Hill. Many of you know him, intellectual, scholar, voice, activist, who lost his sister and his dad in the same month. And so many of us have felt like COVID, and I'm not saying it was COVID related, but 2020 took so much from so many of us.
Yes.
And so as we go into 2021, y'all, I hope that we shift mindset, because 2020 really was about a reset. It wasn't about taking things, because a lot of times we need stuff taken from us so we can have stuff open for what we're really supposed to have. Right. And so I just hope 2021, beyond what your dreams and aspirations are, is a year that you, no matter what the world says, no matter what's open or what's closed, no matter where we can go or where we can't go, no matter where you can fly or not fly, even though all y'all fly to Tulum every weekend, the issue is that you can have what you want. And don't be afraid of doors closing, because all that means is there is a door preparing to open, sometimes that we don't even know is there. And so I'm excited about this year, Rick. I'm excited about working with you another year, man, and I appreciate this opportunity, but I just love this morning show family. So hit me, y'all, at Just Nation on Twitter or Instagram, and tell me what you're living for this year. No matter what is open or closed, what are you living for this year? So I appreciate y'all. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Get out there and vote, y'all. And I'll talk to you on Thursday.
Hey, Jeff, we appreciate you. We love you, man. And thank you for all of the hard work that you put into on this segment. People really look forward to it.
No, absolutely, brother. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Y'all make sure y'all keep y'all prayers out for Mayor Randall Woodfin, and pray for him a speedy recovery. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Oh man, Brad, Tamar, what does this remind you of? Take me back.
I'm up in here dancing. I had my feet buttoned on.
I'm all tired.
I'm so glad ain't no camera in here.
It took me back when I was 10 pounds smaller, when I could catch my breath. How about that?
Yes, when we knew how to do the moonwalk. Yes. I had the glove, I had the jacket, I had the child. I used to try to make all my stuff. We ain't had the money back then to buy it, so I put some foil on a red leather jacket. I try to make it happen, baby. My favorite, the GOAT.
Tamar, what did it take you back to?
Oh my God, me and my sisters, we used to have Michael Jackson jackets. We had pleather jackets. We had to go either about to start a fire with all that pleather, okay?
Right.
Dancing.
Special K, what did it take you back to?
Man, it take me back to how long I worked on my Jerry curl to try to get it to look like his in that video.
Man.
Man, you would stop doing what you was doing in the street to go watch a Michael Jackson video.
Yes.
Special K, I went and got me a Wave Nouveau.
Yes, come on, Wave Nouveau.
I went and got me a Wave Nouveau.
That's the blue bottle.
When that didn't work, I went and got me a Hawaiian Silky.
Yes, sir. Cream of nature. I tried them all.
Go down there to Fashion Etc. and let Dot and Doc get my hair right, man. What?
Doc.
All the juicy curls.
Yes, sir.
Gary, all my mama pillows.
Gary, what does it take you back to?
It took me back to dancing days. And you know, it also took me back to watching Soul Train Line. I used to love when that Chinese girl would come down the Soul Train Line with that long hair, baby, and she'd be dancing off of Michael Jackson songs. That was the good old days. And it also, I just learned the words to the song, and I just Googled the words. I didn't know half of the words he was saying until just not today. Yeah.
What stood out?
I mean, like the song, Touch Me and I Feel on Fire. He said, ain't nothing like a love desire. I'm melting like hot candle wax. Sensation, lovely where we're at. So let love take us through the hours. I won't be complaining because this is love power. I didn't know he was saying all that. I didn't. Yes, honey. So I love that song.
Michael Jackson got some gems, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. Hey, big day today. Today is election day, and all eyes are on Georgia for the Senate runoff election that will determine who controls the Senate majority. And on the line right now, we have Senate candidate Reverend Raphael Warnock. Good morning. Good morning, Reverend Warnock.
Good morning.
Man, we're so happy to have you this morning. I know you got to be excited, nervous, anxiety, everything, because today is election day.
Today is the day, brother. We've been working hard. It's been a hard-fought campaign. I'm very inspired by the overwhelming turnout we've had in this race. Over 3 million people have voted already, but here's the thing. It all comes down to today.
Right.
We need folks who haven't voted to make sure they show up today. And if you've already voted, your job is not done. You got to call everybody you know and tell them that it's all on the line today, not only for Georgia, but for the country.
Yeah, and let everybody know why every single vote matters today.
Well, I mean, just you don't have to look far. I mean, look, Joe Biden won Georgia, but only by 12,000 votes out of 5 million cast. So your vote absolutely counts. You have an opportunity to make a difference between whether or not we can get the agenda around access to affordable health care passed, voting rights passed, criminal justice reform passed, $2,000 stimulus checks. That's not going to happen if we don't win both of these Senate seats. Mitch McConnell, aided and abetted by Kelly Loeffler, my opponent, David Perdue, John's opponent, are going to block everything we're trying to do. They've already shown you who they are. And Maya Angelou said that when people show you the first time, believe them.
Absolutely.
So we need everybody to vote. My name's on the ballot, but this is not a vote for Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff as much as it is a vote for you, your family, and your future. And so I want to send everybody to votewarnock.com. If you have a question about where your precinct is and how to vote, you can get the information there. But listen, if you've already voted, call everybody you know, your friends, your family, the people you like, the people you don't like, the folk who owe you money. Call all of them, and let's win this thing together.
Absolutely. Now, how late can people get to the polls today to cast their votes?
Polls are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay. And if elected tonight, what changes do you hope to make while in office?
Well, the first thing we've got to do is we've got to get this virus under control. I mean, here we are. We've been dealing with this thing for 10 months now, and we've yet to have a coordinated national response. And we can't become numb to this. 350,000 Americans have died. I mean, it's a level of death and loss that's really unspeakable, unlike anything we've ever seen in this country. And we need a coordinated national response to that. We've got to get COVID relief to our businesses, and people have been unemployed for months due to no fault of their own. And we've had to argue for 8 months, and they come up with $600. $600.
Right. People who've been struggling for months. And Kelly Loeffler could have stood up for the people of Georgia, but she hasn't. She's been focused on her own future, not the future of the family she's supposed to represent.
Well, make sure y'all get out and vote today in River Warnock. Thank you so much for making the time to talk with us this morning. We appreciate the fact that your campaign supports Black radio. And I need everybody who lives in Georgia or has friends there to call them to make sure that they get in line and vote today by 7 p.m. This is so important, y'all. We got to get out and vote today because it's going to be hard for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to operate without having Warnock in that Senate seat or whatever. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all. And John also. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up and show your love for the one and only Reverend Raphael Warnock.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, man. Hey, everybody, get out and vote, man. We love you, man, and we're so excited for you, and we wish you the best of luck today.
Love you, too. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Reverend Raphael Warnock. Yes, sir. Vote.
It's good, but I get it.
Can't stop eating.
What they say, Rock?
I just can't stop eating.
I'm still hungry.
I mean, food makes me comfortable.
Hey, Rock, what happened when they go? What happened?
I just eat.
Right?
I feel it.
Hey, Rock, what happened when they go to McDonald's? They be trying to do what, Rock?
They try to get all conservative with their order. Yes, I have a value meal. A 20-piece McNugget. I need 7 of them.
How many be in there, Rock?
20-piece. And then they try to make it all make sense. And they give me 1 small Diet Coke.
See, I didn't even want to say it. That just made me real thirsty. Small Diet Coke, Linda.
Say my wine ain't got to be let down.
That is not enough, Becky.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm crying. Euro, I'm sorry, Euro.
It's fine.
Euro, we supposed to be. And look at wait a minute, Euro, look at yourself here trying not to laugh. Euro, don't do that.
Be serious.
Don't be like us, Euro. You stay wholesome. And you stay close to God. Don't you be like us, because we ain't going to heaven. We know you going. So,
Come on, let's get into this news, y'all.
Let's go.
It's election day in Georgia, y'all. Today's 2 runoff races will determine which party is going to control the U.S. Senate. Democrat John Ossoff is running against Republican Senator David Perdue, and Democrat Raphael Warnock is running against GOP incumbent Kelly Loeffler. Now, more than 3 million ballots have already been cast, and polling shows that both races still remain really, really tight at this point. So, guys, y'all get out and vote. In coronavirus news, the UK is now under a national lockdown for the next 7 weeks, trying to slow the spread of that mutated version of the virus that is said to be way more contagious. Unfortunately, the strain has already made its way here to 4 states here in the U.S. They include Colorado, Florida, California, and New York. In other news, police in Washington arrested Enrique Tarrio. He is the leader of the white supremacist group, the Proud Boys, on suspicion of burning a Black Lives Matter banner at a historic black church. And lastly, officials in Kenosha, Wisconsin said that we're going to find out over the next 2 weeks whether or not the officer who shot Jacob Blake in the back, leaving him paralyzed, is going to be charged or not. I'm Euro. That's a quick look at your news headlines. Rock T, what's good in sports?
Already, Euro. Well, after exposure to someone who tested positive for COVID-19, Brooklyn Nets star Kevin Durant is facing a 7-day quarantine that will force him to miss the next 4 games. He's averaging 28.7 rebounds, 5 assists per game. Big up to KD right there. It's going down tonight, y'all. I will be tuned in. The 2020 Heisman Trophy ceremony, 6 p.m. Of course, we got Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama, Trevor Lawrence, quarterback out of Clemson, Mac Jones, quarterback out of Alabama, and Kyle Trask, quarterback out of Florida. As I said earlier, this is a one-man race. Devontae Smith will be your winner. The dude had 105 receptions, 1,600 yards, 20 TDs, man. The dude is a beast. Devontae will be the first wide receiver to win the Heisman since Michigan Desmond Howard, 1991. I know he ain't won yet, but in my opinion, he already won. You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, Las Vegas Raiders running back Josh Jacobs arrested on DUI charge after police responded to a single vehicle crash at 4:22 a.m. No serious injuries for Josh, but he's pleading not guilty. His representative said, man, he wasn't drunk. He wasn't under the influence. So I'll keep you posted on this situation, man. That's all I got for sports. Follow me at Rock T Holla. The Brat got the hot spot. Right?
Hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and it's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
It is 29 before the top of the hour, y'all. It is time for the hot spot with your girl, the Brat. What up?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. Shut up. I was talking and my mic wasn't on, okay? We all make mistakes. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. SAG-AFTRA recommends pausing production, y'all. So your favorite movie might be put on hold. They recommending a halt on in-person production amid the pandemic in light of the capacity crisis facing Southern California hospitals due to the COVID pandemic and an anticipated post-holiday surge of COVID cases. SAG-AFTRA and organizations have reached agreement on recommending a temporary hold on in-person production in Southern California. So that's what they said. So I guess a lot of movies going to be on hold, and we're going to have to wait to see some of them shows. There'll be a lot of repeats happening. All right, y'all, moving on. I'm hearing that Prince is, well, according to new reports, the controversy over the money left behind Prince when he passed is there's a will, and it's heating up again after the Internal Revenue Service done calculated, and they done showed executives of the rock star estate is undervalued by a 50%, which is kind of like a 50% margin. It's like $80 million. So the IRS determined that Prince's estate is worth $163.2 million, overshadowing the $82.3 million evaluation. Now, documents show that the IRS believes that Prince's estate owes another $32.4 million in federal taxes, roughly doubling the tax bill based on Comerica's. Is it commercials? What's that word, Ricky? Comerica's? No, COMERICA. Comerica's valuation.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of that. I'm real. Yeah, I'm sorry.
They threw that one at us this morning.
Yeah, it's a little something. I don't know what happened on
What's
that.
wrong, Gary?
Baby, y'all wrong for that, honey. I did go to the same school. It's Comerica. I never heard of Comerica Bank.
No, I never heard of Comerica.
Yeah, they tell us there is some lending institution for higher end people.
I didn't know what
The two richest people on the show don't even know the doggone
Comerica Bank.
I'm sorry. Ricky, what's wrong with us?
I don't know.
You know what? We're going to wrap up the hot spot right there because I still don't know what Comerica Bank is. Where is it?
I went and flunked that math test on purpose so I can get in special ed to get my GPA up. And then graduated with a 4.0.
Oh my God, coming up next, y'all, we got Talking Out Tuesday with Yanetta Spring, and we got the Praise Mix down. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is, I don't know what time it is. What time is it going to be? I don't know. Let me do that again. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I am so excited. It is Talking Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring. Good morning, Yanetta.
Hey, y'all. Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yanetta, say hi to Tamar Braxton. She's sitting in for Eva this morning.
Oh, Tamar. Hey, girl.
How you doing? I'm doing good. I love to talk to me a counselor. Come on, let's go. Let's get
it. Let's
I'm telling you, I'm so excited because we made it through 2020 and it's a new year, but there's still so much going on around us. And how can we make our mental health a priority in 2021?
Yes, absolutely. That's first and foremost so important because there's just, like you said, there's so much that happened in 2020, and I think a lot of us are eager to we were eager to get the year over with, right? But as we're approaching this new year and everybody's wanting to make resolutions and say things are changed, I think we need to pause and really reflect on like what happened last year, right? And if we're making resolutions, how can we make resolutions that are going to make our mental health a priority? right? So that we don't fall into the same patterns. You know, because sometimes it can be hard to visualize and to plan for something better or something new, especially when we've had like a traumatic experience or we've had like a series of unfortunate events. We can feel anxiety about the future. Have y'all been feeling kind of anxious about 2021 at all?
You know what? For me, like, this is because I'm in therapy, and I talk about this on my podcast, Under Construction, which is about, you know, going through therapy and having mental issues and talking about them and being open about them. This is what I say. I say take the pressure off of yourself. Just because it's a new year does not mean you have to start when everybody else starts. You have to start when you are ready. Your new year starts the day you decide to change.
Right.
And so you can't put that pressure on you, and you can't allow other people's perspectives and other people's goals to affect your goals. Your goal is yours, period.
Yes, period.
Good stuff.
With a T. Okay. So, I love that. Thank you for mentioning that, because, you know, for those who are feeling reluctant or for those who are feeling pressured to make a New Year's resolution, you know, like you said, you don't have to. So I think it's important, you know, if you're wanting to really look at what happened this year. Really write it down, journal, talk about it, and then what that experience was like for you. This is what I'm explaining is the 3 E's. So it's how we can kind of look at our situation with a trauma-informed lens or from a trauma-informed approach. So we look at the events. We look at the experience, right? I think we can be so quick to want to move on, and we don't want to let our experiences breathe, you know? We have to let things breathe. That's how we heal, you know? And then we need to look at the effects. So how did those experiences or how did those events impact us, right? And sometimes we may not even recognize the impact until later on. You know, sometimes it comes later. So just being intentional about looking at that. And then the 3 things I want you guys to focus on is, the first one is you don't have to make a resolution.
Period.
Right? You don't have to. But it's okay to feel cautious about it. You know, try setting, what I like to do is set intentions. Right? So I say, this is what I intend to do. This is what I would like to do. So it just gives us freedom and flexibility. The next thing is, if you're going to set a resolution, make sure it's sustainable. And sustainable means that you are the common denominator in ensuring that this happens, right? So you focus on what you put out, not how it turns out.
Yeah.
All right. And the next one is to stay open to possibility, you know, because there's a difference in being cautious and being closed off. So if you are completely closed off and you're having a hard time visualizing anything good, then you may benefit from really establishing a relationship with a therapist to work through some of the trauma and some of the events that happened last year, you know.
Man, so, but you know, some of us want to just spring forth counseling and not have to deal with that and look back, because you know when the lady looked back in the Bible, she turned to a pillar of salt. So because we still facing all this stuff every day, like, I don't want to look back and see what I did wrong. I know, because I'm still dealing with stuff as COVID is here. It's all
but that's not realistic, Brad. You got to know what you did wrong to get better. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm just saying not right now. I don't want to.
You don't want to think about it right now.
Of that last year, that I'm so grateful to be in a new year. I don't want to think about it right now.
But see, so I want to add a number 4.
If it don't weigh me down, if it don't hurt me or weigh me down, and I can move forward, then I'm gonna do that, because I don't want to be stuck in the past.
And see, that's why the number 4 need to be kind to yourself. You know what I'm saying? We all have been through so much, and we made it. You know what I'm saying? And so just because you don't want to think about it, you don't want to, you know, like, harbor on it, does not mean you didn't go through it. You know what I'm saying? So if you be kind to yourself and allow yourself to feel and allow yourself to go through the emotions, and, you know, like, just know that this really did happen, you can move forward so much faster and so much better and healthier.
Absolutely.
And that pillow of salt is still there. Hey,
come on now. Don't erase it now.
Don't look back. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, hey, for more hey, listen, man. Hey, thank you so much for joining us this morning. For more information, visit Yanetta's website, springforthcounseling.org. Springforthcounseling.org, and find her on Instagram and Facebook at Springforth Counseling. Y'all give it up, Yanetta Spring.
She required.
Y'all take care. Y'all take care today.
Thank you, Yanetta.
Love you.
You're welcome. Love you too.